Hi folks, last summer we had a hosepipe ban which lasted for several months here in the Thames Valley region. Now it's the end of January, actually 1st of February today, but January apparently we had twice as much rainfall as an average January would have. So you know, with climate change, we're just having these booms and busts in terms of rainfall, the levels of precipitation varying drastically throughout the year. So that affects all of us on a micro and a macro scale. We should all be thinking about how we deal with it. And water self-sufficiency is good for the planet and good for yourself if you're looking to be more self-sufficient, more sustainable in how you live. Then things like a water butt is a great thing to try and put in place, and really very simple to do. I'm going to show you how I put one on my shed here. So this shed used to be an old garage in my garden, but we converted it to a shed. Now this wall here is actually the retaining wall of a bank, and it is very, very damp. You can probably see, yeah, it's just completely porous and needs to be. If we tried to tank that, then the whole thing would just collapse under the weight of water. But what that does mean is this shed gets incredibly damp. And yeah, I'm still dealing with the aftermath of a particular leak. But one of the problems is the water just pouring off around here. Just pouring off the roof and down the side. Eventually would destabilize the foundations down there and all the rest of it, you know. So I thought, why not collect the water? And I put this tub here, just put it on some breeze blocks and put a hole in the side. You can just about see there. So at least the water is being collected and then spilling out away from the building to try and alleviate some of the damp. So I started off literally just with that. Within a year, of course, it was full of a massive sludge of dead leaves and not very pleasant at all. So I thought, okay, what can I do to improve matters? I've added this bit of guttering. It's just adding a bit more water in there. And down at the bottom of that, I just use a plant pot, which acts as a reasonably effective filter to keep the worst of the leaves out, along with this roof, which I've just left a little crack there. So the water drips, as you can see, onto the lid there and then runs inside. So it's very low tech indeed. I've plugged the rest of the gaps here with just lids. The whole thing is just made out of scrap, really. The tap here is very effective, and that was from a wormery that was given to my kids as a present, and which they abandoned, or it broke, I'm not sure which. But yeah, so just a drill, an old tub of some description, and that's really all you need, right? You just position it carefully, collect the water off your shed roof or whatever, and you're in business. Of course you can go out and buy these things, but you don't need to. You can do it yourself and repurpose what would otherwise be junk. So there you have it, a very low tech but very effective method of storing water and channeling water away from a building which doesn't really appreciate the extra damp. It's not a perfect solution, but it is helping. And you know, I use this to water my garden plants during the hot summer months, and don't need to rely on tap water, which is obviously expensive and not very sustainable. And if you have a hosepipe ban, then it becomes more of a challenge to you're going to have to use watering cans anyway in the summer months. So why not just do it from a water butt, which is easy to set up and very effective. So let me know what you think in the comments, please. You tried something similar? How's it gone for you? What improvements do you think I could make? I'm not suggesting this is perfect, but it seems to do the job. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.